If you are someone who has been struggling to make money online, then this is going to be the only video that you need to see in order to get to your first $10,000 to $20,000 per month. How are we going to do that, you might ask? Well, we're going to use YouTube and we're going to leverage digital products in order to do it. We're going to utilize long form video content that sells. These are going to be the proven methods to start making money online using YouTube and digital products. That's all you need. So, who am I and why am I an advocate for this technique? I'm somebody who has been on YouTube since about 2019. My other YouTube channel, which is a reality related news channel, we talk about reality TV news and entertainment. And it's fun stuff. We have about 205,000 subscribers at this point. I've been in the game for quite some time. I've seen a lot of different things that work and that don't work. Trust me, I have tried it all. And at this point in time, what I can tell you is I've been able to leverage YouTube to build an audience and a community for my murder mystery series, The Wickedest Wives. You can find that on Amazon. I've been able to also leverage the power of YouTube in order to do segments on MSNBC, NBC, Fox, OWN. I've also been able to parlay this into doing group trips to Bali, to Thailand, Cape Town, to Zanzibar. Those are the last two trips that we have coming up this year. And so for me, I also understand the power of digital products. I've also sold an ebook of mine as well and did really, really well with that the moment that it dropped. And I learned a lot. I've learned a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes in this period, and I've just been through it all and I've seen it all. And I've now understand what works. And my goal here is to show you what works. So let's talk about digital products and let's talk about some real definitions because I think it's important for us to really get down to the nitty gritty for those of you guys who may be new to the digital marketing space, new to the digital product space, and maybe even new to the YouTube space, but you want to get started and you want to learn from somebody that has been there and done it. All right. I want to talk to you first about attraction marketing. When we talk about long form content, we're talking about a type of content that will allow your viewers to get to know you. It will allow them to get to trust you. And then it will also allow them to like you, right? So we talk about this know, like, and trust factor. That's extremely important because people need to feel that way in order for them to buy from you. Long form content allows you to attract the right people because it gives them the opportunity to really, really get a general sense of who you are, what you stand for, and what you know about the topic at hand, right? You want to be able to create valuable content to attract the people that you are hoping to buy from you in a very natural and organic way, right? And then you're going to price your product or service around the value that you are providing. That's going to be extremely important. I see so many people out there, and I was one of those people who completely undervalued their value. I had always had the thought that, oh my God, I can't ask for X amount. I really probably should charge only just a little bit because I want my audience to see me as being humble. But that really doesn't get you to where you want to be. And being humble does not pay the bills. If you have expertise in a certain topic, or you are someone who has experience, knowledge, and skills in a certain topic, it's likely taken you quite a while to get to that point. And so we need to sort of untrain our minds to think that we need to charge simply based on our time. And we need to understand the hard work, the dedication, the perseverance that a lot of us have had to go through in order to learn what it is that we had to learn to become experts at it enough to tell someone else how to do it and how to make money from it, or how to get the result that we need, how to make that person have that transformation that they want to have. And granted, they have to want it. You can't technically make them have it, but you can give them the tools to do so. So I always like to tell people now, like this, and this is a recent thing, right? But it is so meaningful. Price your products and services based on the transformation and results that you deliver, not necessarily on the time that it takes you to provide it. Because here's the thing, it could take you an hour to show someone something, but at the end of the day, you probably got that down to an hour science, and you've probably taken that process down from 10 hours for somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, because you know what you're doing. So don't devalue your expertise. You want to make sure that your pricing is based on the value that you're providing, which is why you will hear the term value a lot in this video. I am a proponent now of high ticket offers. I am a proponent of getting the maximum amount that you can, because you are worth it. And you have to believe that you are worth it first. I wanted to start here because I think that it is a myth that you need to, again, lowball yourself, because I've done it and it gets you nowhere but heartache and headache. Trust me. And high ticket offers tend to weed out the people who are just not serious. So when we talk about high ticket offers, we're talking about products or services that are priced over $500 that provide significant value. Again, there's that word value. You're going to hear that a lot. And I want you to really keep that word value in your mind, because that is going to be the key for everything that we're doing here. Now, I want to also talk about psychological principles, like understanding the principles to effectively engage and convert your audience. Again, it's about attraction. Psychologically, you want to bring them to you. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is to show them a ton of value in the beginning. By the end of this video, I want to have given you so much value that you could actually go out and start another YouTube channel yourself that is based on the product or service that you are providing, and that you could create your first 3 to 4 videos just from watching this one video right now. Because guess what? If I could give you that much value in this video, how much more value can I give you in the next one and the next one? And for whatever it is that I am providing for you. Long form video framework. I want to talk to you guys about how to do this. What goes into that video? What goes into these videos that you're going to be creating for your channel? Whether you are starting a new channel, which I highly suggest, because you are now basing that entire channel around the offer that you are providing. And we'll get into that a bit more as well. But you first want to start off with the hook, right? I think every video starts off with some type of hook, some type of attention grabbing opening statement. So for this video, I was purposeful with what I said. How to get your first $10,000 to $20,000, or you've likely been struggling, something to that effect. This is where you're going to capture your audience's attention immediately. You're going to let them know right off the bat exactly what it is that you're talking about, how it is that you can help them. You're going to be truthful in that endeavor, and it's going to be a bold statement. Then you're going to sort of get into what we like to call an intro. Establish who you are and why. Introduce yourself and explain why your message matters. If you notice in this video, that was the second thing that I did. I literally followed this exact play right here. And then tell your story, share your personal struggles and experiences. Engaging storytelling helps build connection with viewers and adds authenticity. I struggled when I first got into the e-commerce space. I started in 2016, around the time I was filming a show for Bravo called Stripped. And I remember I was selling these strapless bras. Everybody and their mama was selling them at the time, and I honestly did not get a real understanding of why does this work? And does this make for a good ad on Facebook? Because my ad account kept getting shut down. It got shut down so many times. After a while, I was just like, I can't do this. This is crazy, right? So I've tried it all, to be honest with you. And getting on YouTube was essentially the thing that really kind of saved me because I'd also gotten essentially fired from a news show that I was working on in Miami when the show moved to Orlando. So I really didn't have much of a choice but to get on the YouTube when someone suggested it to me. So a lot of this happened to me by happenstance, but I did learn a lot along the way. So these are the types of stories that you can also share with your audience that will help them understand exactly where you've been. I'm somebody that's also my car was repossessed at a certain point in time. It's like all kinds of crazy things have happened to me, but I'm super glad that those things did happen because now when I look back on those things, I learned a lot, right? And I am sure that someone out there who is watching has had their car repossessed before and they understand what that feels like. But I just want to give you that story because I feel like the journey, my journey, is important to understanding that I've been through my highs and lows as well. And so has your audience, right? So I want to talk about some of the principles, the psychological principles that you're going to establish in your videos. We're going to talk about authority because establishing expertise really helps you gain trust. For me, my own experience in YouTube since what 2019 at this point, I mean, I've been able to build a following. I've done this. I have the experience. I have the knowledge. I have the know-how. But what you need to also understand is that people follow those that they perceive as experts in their field, but they also follow people who share a similar journey. One of the things that's blowing up right now on social media is people who are starting from scratch. People love supporting other people's and they love a success story. So don't be afraid if you can't position yourself as an expert, then position yourself as someone who is starting fresh, starting from scratch, and you want to take them on that journey. You're going to also provide value. In order to receive value back, you have to give a ton of it. When you provide value first, audiences are more likely to respond positively. That's why I mentioned value right from the onset of this video, because I really believe that if you focus all of your content on providing value, it doesn't matter if you give it all away. The key is that you become the go to person that your audience can rely on. And so when you offer something that actually provides them with even more than you had already given, like, say, a membership or a course or mastermind or an inner circle or something to that degree, then they trust you now because you've gotten them at least to a point where if they're not already building something similar, then they are on the path. You're going to demonstrate success through testimonials. For me, if you've seen any of my other videos, you've also seen where one of my clients, and this is such a success story, her name is Karen. She's a trichologist. So she specializes in hair growth. And her company is called Hair Curl House, and you can find her on YouTube. One of her videos when we first started working together had a massive, massive success story. The video, she had actually stopped doing videos for a little while because she had to focus on her salon. And during that period of time, the video ended up going viral. 30 minutes of work and then $7,000 in ad revenue later, she looks up and she's like, "What happened? Like, what did we do?" And we did an entire video session. Actually, it's a two-part session, just really talking about the strategy that we talked about for her and how she implemented it, what happened, her analytics. We dive into it all. And it is probably one of the things that I'm most proud of because she's also a really good friend of mine, but she also knew that I was someone that she wanted to work with. She trusted me because we're friends, but she also trusted me because she could see proof that I was actually able to do what I said I could do, right? I was able to take my own YouTube channel, get to 100,000 subscribers at that point in time, I think, and then also make over $100,000 within that very first year on YouTube. When listen, success leaves clues, and so if you follow the clues, you can never go wrong. We also like to talk a little bit about scarcity. I think that sometimes people overuse this principle right here, by creating urgency to encourage action. This idea of limited availability of products, it does kind of increase value and it can prompt quicker decisions. But I think I like the idea of saying that the price may go up after every 20 members join, right? That's a to me that is a bit more subtle, but you do want to create an air of, ooh, get it while you can, because I think that that also encourages people to jump on it, right? When they have the opportunity. It's like I always say, those who wait end up watching, right? And then engage. You want to encourage interaction to build community. Engagement fosters connections. So you want to engage with your audience, whether it's going to be through the comment section or maybe you actually go live, right? Maybe in addition to your video content, you're going to go live with your audience in order to actually touch them in a way that you couldn't do in a pre-recorded video. One of my mentors, she talks about going live once a week, right? So live selling is honestly probably one of the best ways to garner sales, because it kind of turns into a little bit of a live webinar, so to speak, because you're able to answer people's questions. You're able to call them out by name, which personalizes the interaction in a way that you just can't do otherwise. So let's talk about pricing tips, because I also think that this is super important too. I want to set you up right now in the beginning for what it is that you're going to do to execute, because I know that the execution is actually the easiest part. The hardest part of this entire process is usually conceptualizing your offer and conceptualizing what it is that you're going to talk about that's sort of around your offer, right? So I want you to think about your offer, the product or service that you're selling, as the nucleus, and your video content is sort of the circle around the nucleus, right? All of your content circles that nucleus. So when I'm sitting down to think about a video, I think about all of the points that I want to hit. I think about all of the value that I want to give, and I think about what makes this video just a bit different from the last video, right? So when we talk about each of these principles in the different videos, it is for a purpose, because I feel like you need to get the most well-rounded picture of the type of content that you can create around a particular offer. For me, my offer is related to digital products and YouTube specifically, utilizing YouTube and long form content to sell your product or service. If you don't have a product or a service, then I can provide you with a digital product that is already done for you, that I trust, that I've done, that I would recommend, that I know actually works, that provides a step by step framework for you to press this button, press that button, press that button. And the key is that I provide you with the support that you need in order to be successful. Period. That's why I structure these videos the way that I do. But let's talk about how you can structure not only your video, but your pricing, right? Because this is going to be super important. And we talked about this in the beginning about how pricing can be the thing that honestly sometimes makes or breaks your offer and your bank account. Because pricing too low means that you have to work sometimes extra hard in order to make what it is that you actually deserve. So let's talk about Some pricing options, right? You can do a tiered structure, which can create, different tiers for your offerings, right? So there could be an entry offer, there could be a core offer and a premium offer. So for some people, that would be like a low ticket product. There could be a medium ticket product, which could be like a membership. The low ticket product could be an ebook, but of course, please have that ebook have a lot of value. And then there could also be a premium tier for, let's say, an exclusive VIP day where now you are able to sort of meet the needs of different clients at different price ranges. This is oftentimes a successful pricing structure because I feel like this works for a broad range of clients. You can also have value based pricing, which is pricing according to the transformation that is provided. So at this stage, you could set prices at 10% of the total transformational value. And we'll talk a little bit about what that could look like for you in just a bit. You can also think about the customer benefits. You can highlight the benefits for each tier. So, listing out all of the benefits to ensure that your customers understand the value. But for me, when I say benefits, I don't mean list out the amount of modules, list out what like the exact verbatim verbiage that you would find in the course. It's about the benefits, it's about the transformation, it is about how you will feel or what you're able to do once you have completed this course. Please understand the difference. All right, so let's think about a pricing example, right? So you could showcase a real life pricing example. So if your service helps you earn $10,000, and this is kind of where I get back to that value based pricing just a little bit, right? If your service helps someone earn $10,000, you can easily charge between $1,000 to $2,000 for your product or service, right? Why would you not? Why would you not? If I help you make $10,000, me charging $1,000 or $2,000, I've already helped you make more than your money back. I already know how much you can make. I know how much you can make. You don't know how much you can make because you haven't done it yet. Unless you trust the person speaking, which is where all of your content comes in. If you trust that that person can get you to $10,000, giving them $1,000 to $2,000 is small potatoes because month after month you're going to scale and you're going to make more money. It's that easy. You're going to make more money to be able to do what you want to do, to live the life of your dreams, to provide for your family, to travel the world, to have more free time. What is it that you want to do? And those are the key points that you also want to drive home to your audience. I can help you get to where you want to be. You can also price based on market demand, understanding your audience's willingness to pay, conduct research to adjust pricing based on customer demand and feedback. One of the things that I love about the Done For You product that I have, it's a Done For You digital marketing course that you can actually resell, right? So you can resell the course and you can learn while you earn. I think that's great. Market demand for that tends to be around $497 to what, $599 or more for that product, depending on what other products you may be bundling along with that. Easy breezy. So you kind of look at the market and see what the market is doing for similar courses of a similar type. You look at the advantages that that product can provide from the particular seller that you are purchasing from, and then that will give you an idea of A, what you can charge, and then B, what the customer will buy based on the fact that other customers are already buying this particular product that's similar, but the key difference being that you are now there to guide them based on your own experiences in that space. So let's talk about your path, how you are going to achieve your first $20,000 with these steps, right? You're going to start with one platform only. This is going to be the platform that is crucial and it is focused on your growth. You are going to create engaging content, you are going to build an email list, and you're going to set specific goals. This roadmap will lead you right to the point of monetizing effectively and achieving the success that you want to achieve. So, what are you going to do? Let's talk about the steps. You are going to film your content. You're going to start with some simple videos. You can either make videos just like this. Quick tip, I'm simply using Canva. I make my presentations, I go into Canva, and I hit record. That's the one, two, three of it. You can set up your camera or you can set up your phone and you can start recording your first video. I would suggest some good lighting. So maybe an open window that has some light filtering through it or a ring light from Amazon for about 20 to 40 bucks and your camera. And maybe an editing app if you want to edit. But honestly, with long form content, as long as you are continuously providing value, then I don't really think that the editing matters that much. I think it's more important for you to get your lesson out, whatever it is that you're providing, whatever the value is, right? And keep it simple based on the story structures and the steps that we given you earlier. You're going to build a landing page. So for that, you're going to either use something like system.io or you're going to use Stand Store or you can use an email provider. I like system.io because it's an all-in-one platform that provides landing pages as well as email marketing. So this way you can collect leads for future engagement. So someone may not buy something today, but if you have a freebie or let's say you have a low ticket product that you can provide for them, then you can easily capture their email. This is a great way for you to continue to nurture your audience beyond the point of them just getting to know you and actually purchasing from you. You can write follow up emails. You are going to, again, either use system.io or Kit or some other mail provider in order to do this, because this is going to nurture your audience with content that you find to be valuable. You can update them every time you come out with another video. You can also provide testimonials for them. You can recommend other products that are similar to yours or work in tandem with yours. The key here is to keep your audience engaged, and you can build the community, right? You can literally have your constituents join a community, or you yourself can actually start the community and then bring them in. This can be free for all intents and purposes. There are plenty of creators out there who have free memberships wherein they are providing that value on a daily or weekly basis, but they're also offering products or services within that community. So that's also possible. It's just depending on how you want to frame this. I'm giving you options, but I just think that there are several clear paths to success. I will give you at the end what I think is the best, but these are the proven ones that really work. All right. So, again, your path to success, it's going to be the content already stated. You're going to have your first several videos that are going to set the tone for your channel and you're going to set the stage for value overload. Value overload, what is that? That means in each video, I'm going to give you enough information that you can take notes, that you can then apply what I said in the video and actually get started today. You're going to engage the audience. Again, build relationships through interacting. Engaging with your audiences will increase that connection, that loyalty. Long form content, going live, commenting on your responses in your videos, they will all help the audience feel like they are engaged with you. Sending emails can do the same. The email list will allow you to follow up effectively, so you can use either, like I said before, system.io, Kit, Beehive, Aweber, or MailChimp. They're all great for collecting emails, and they are all super simple and easy to use and get started. Don't feel like you have to go with the most complicated option. Just go with an option that feels good for you in the beginning, and you can always take that email list and convert that to another email provider later if you need to. But it would be better to start than overwhelming yourself with all of these different options that, honestly, they all really kind of do a lot of the same things. The functionality will be a little bit different, but the key here is to start. And then monetize, transforming content into revenue streams. That's what we're doing here. Your long form content is definitely meant to drive people into your sales funnel, whatever that may look like. You're going to implement your monetization strategy and you're going to maximize your earnings potential. Stand Store, Gumroad, Nas.io, School, all of these provide easy ways for you to accept payment for your goods and your services. It just depends on what it is that you want to do. Do you want memberships? Then maybe School or Nas.io. Do you want to sell products? Stand Store, System.io, Gumroad are all great options. I started my first product with Gumroad. And finally, the execution. This is probably going to be the most important aspect of what it is that you're going to do. I want you to start today. I don't want you to wait. I want this video to be the video that is the catalyst for you beginning your journey right now. So, again, this is the play. You're going to start with your offer. It's going to be so much easier to figure out what your offer is and then develop the content around that offer. High ticket affiliate marketing, Amazon affiliates, done for you systems like the course that I was telling you about earlier, or whatever other course that's provided is going to be the thing that you can utilize if you have nothing to start with. Affiliate marketing links, affiliate marketing platforms like Copecart, ClickBank, JVZoo, these are all going to be platforms that can provide you with links to products and programs that may be also done for you that you can just simply put a link in your bio, or you can connect to a landing page so that you can collect all of those emails and then continue to sell products and services over and over and over again. Then, once you figured out what your offer is, you're going to start to develop long form content around it. This is going to be your YouTube content. You're going to post your first two videos at the same time. Doing so allows you, because here's the thing, you want to look at YouTube like a mini Netflix. Why would I watch anything on Netflix if there's only one episode? I need to see the next episode and the next episode. So providing two videos in that first drop will allow you the opportunity to go overboard with that value. It will also allow them to have content to binge, which is what you really, really want. If you have given so much value in one video, you can bet your bottom dollar that they will be coming back for the next one. You're going to want to provide a strong call to action in each video because, again, we have to ask for the sale. That's one of the things that you learn working in retail is that you must ask for the sale. Your next two videos are going to build off of the first two and also provide a ton of value as well. And don't worry, from that point forward, you're going to have a lot more ideas for content because your audience may have questions for you. And you can also do videos based around those questions. Then you're going to nurture your leads. You're going to develop your email marketing and your funnels. They're going to provide you with opportunities to drip value on your audience. But I do want to caution you not to overcomplicate this step because this is where a lot of people fall off. A complicated funnel does you a disservice. You want to take people from your content to the sale as quickly as possible. There really should not be a whole lot of rigmarole for that client to go through, especially if you're providing content or if you're providing, I should say, a product that has little to zero value, i.e., a lot of low ticket products or a lot of freebies just don't have the value that you've already given in your videos. Your videos should be enough that you've given them that they know that they can depend on you to give them information that is worthwhile so that they can move to the next space. And then start now. You might not feel ready, but let me tell you something. The cost of waiting is so much worse. The idea here is that you want to learn and grow, but you will never learn if you don't start. Starting is the key. Trust me. I said it before, I will say it again. Those who wait end up watching. Starting today could be the difference in you staying stagnant, making little to no money, working a job that you absolutely hate, continuously getting stuck, making excuses, or you can take a chance and at least, if nothing else, you've taken the information in this video and you have said, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to find an offer if I don't already have one, or I'm going to take my product or service. I am going to develop all of my content around this product. And then I'm going to give so much value in every video that No one can deny that I am the expert. I am the person that they need to go to, or my passion is so great about it. And I just keep showing up that people can't help but be drawn to me as the person that they want to work with and learn from. That is it. With this video, you now have everything you need to go forth and start your journey. But if you need help, then click down in the description down below and check out one of the other videos that are on this channel, because I guarantee you, if this video did not give you everything that you need, then one of these videos absolutely will. If you love this content, if you liked it just a little bit, smash that like button. If you loved it enough that you want to come back and you want to watch more and you want to take more notes, subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, comment down below. This gives me all of the ammunition that I need to make my next video and to make it even better than the ones that have come before it, because then I will get to answer your questions personally. All right. So, I will be back with more great lessons. Clicking the links in the description down below will definitely take you to the places where you need to go if you have questions, if you want to get started, if you want me to help you personally. The links are below for you guys to actually click onto and start your journey today. But hopefully, I've given you so much value that you can actually do it now. Do it now. My goal here was to teach and hopefully help you earn your first 5 to 10 to 20,000 so that you can change your life today.